What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about pixels today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Pixels here, this coin's been in the dumps. It's been in the dumps for quite a while. We can look at it. We can observe this here, right? You've dropped. I mean, hell, man. Let's go to the weekly time frame. That might help us out. From a low or from a high to a low, you dumped overall 98%. 98% is wild, you guys. It's wild. Since March of last year, 2024. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Even at the current price, you're still down 96, almost 97% from your all time high. Insane. Absolute mayhem, man. But here you are, consolidating, being boring, and still you're getting 11% of your total market cap in 24-hour volume, right? Your fully diluted valuation is about not quite 100%, like 80% more than your current valuation right now, and that's fine, right? There will be token unlocks that happen. I'm curious, actually, what's the schedule? At least what does Coin Market Cap say here? It'll be consistent and picking up. That's about it. But over a long period of time, until like 2030. So, or at least the beginning of 2029, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, the beginning of 2029. So, I don't think that the remaining coins to be unlocked, I don't think that's anything to worry about in the short term. I don't think that'll hurt price performance too much, right? We're looking at this here at a $97 million market cap. A coin like this, I think, is rather interesting. Especially with the gaming narrative that could potentially be coming up with crypto. It's one of the more practical applications, and they're doing some interesting things. They've had some recent news that's pretty big. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you're investing in this coin or wanting to invest in this coin, even with the given price targets that I will tell you that they're going to be astounding by the end of this video, do your own research. Read the white paper, check out the website, check out what they do. Be able to tell someone who's walking down the street, if you're like having a random conversation about your favorite new crypto pixels, make sure that you're able to tell them what it does. Okay, not just, oh, I heard it's going to do a 20x. No, that's and maybe it does. Maybe it does something more than that. But this is where things get a little bit exciting. Okay, so you've been down in the dumps. Absolutely, you have. Your entire life is just one big corrective move. If you know anything about Elliott wave theory, 1, 2, 3 corrective phases. That's how they are, right? You see here, correction wave, ABC. It's because it's A, B, C. That's what it is. It's just like that, right? You got the ABC, the little lightning bolt of bearishness right there. From a low to a high, you found support just above your 2618. Kind of a weird area, but hey, you found resistance right there. Okay, cool. At the 1618, you are still showing respect on this to some degree, at least. Whenever it comes to moving higher, from a high to a low, my expectation would be you just found resistance at the 236. Your next target area over the coming weeks would likely be at least to the 382, right? At least there at 8.6 cents, something like this, and likely you do pursue prices just a little bit above there. It's very common with the 382 to wick above it and then close below it. I will say, though, in the face of strong moves, and this is a pretty strong move to the downside, it's also pretty common to reject right off of it. So something around 8.6 cents, maybe as high as 10 cents, 11 cents could be expected. Hold on. But will it happen? That's the question. Could we even press higher than that? A lot of cryptos, I will say right now, a lot of cryptos have pressed through their 382 and actually seen their 0.5. That 0.5 area at about 14 cents, 13 cents there, that is the prior support zone. You might find resistance and move just high, just continue moving higher here and find resistance at your last area of support there. Overall, what I'm kind of anticipating is that pixels, I just made a video on virtuals. Pixels probably see some kind of V-shaped recovery. And I would think that by the end of June, if not early July, we see some kind of price action that's around 22 to 30 cents, okay? So from the current price, if we're looking at this now, that gives you on the line something of about 6.5 to about an 8.7x. This is the expectation. And if I could take it a step further, I will say with V-shaped recoveries, generally speaking, you actually don't stop where the V started. You oftentimes go just above where the V started. So maybe even up to your 786, maybe even as high as like 43 cents could be considered. Something on the lines like a 12 to a 13x, okay? That's pretty damn phenomenal. What's even better about this is that, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but being this low, being down like 96% from your all-time high, puts you at a very, let's just say affordable price, a very, very high area of value, at least as far as like in investing goes, like what you'd look forward to invest in. It's the definition of buying low if you're at 96% from your all-time high, right? And if you have the anticipation like I do that this thing will see new all-time highs, being down 96% translates roughly into a 30x, 31x if you were to return and see new all-time highs. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I would expect Pixels here does see new all-time highs, which would imply something greater than a 31x. The maximum or the minimum target of this extended area that we could look for would be something on the lines of about like a 93x, 92x, something like that, right? And if you pursue prices that are higher than that, and I think that you can, being at a market cap of about $100 million, I mean, you could see 100x from here would put you at about 10 billion. A 300x would put you at $30 billion. I mean, those are very attainable market caps, not promised, not guaranteed. Not every crypto, and most cryptos, in fact, don't see these kind of valuations, but it's very possible. I'm not asking for the world. I'm not asking for this thing to be worth hundreds of billions by the end of the cycle, or even really even tens of billions, because here a 100x would put you at $10 billion. That's not tens of billions. And a 100x is not even what you would need to reach this minimum price of about $3.10. So I really do believe, that in itself would be around a $10 billion market cap just below. It wouldn't surprise me if you found resistance somewhere around here, $3.10, $3.60, around that 100 or that $10 billion market cap level. But let's say you pursue higher prices. The next target would be ideally not above not at the 1414, it would be just above there, and just above 548. I don't know, $6, $6.50, something like that. That'd be about 180x, 190x could be on the table, maybe even a 200x. If you were to go higher, could you go higher? That's the question. What's this next target area at? That's at about a 368x, 369x. Very possible target to achieve. That'd give you a market cap that's roughly about like $36.8 billion, right? Something like that, and that's pretty good. That's a high market cap, but that's not anything that's impossible to achieve. So I could see $12.46. I could see $10. Something around $3.10 is even possible. Could you go higher? Sure, but then we're getting a bit crazy. Then your market cap's looking to get over $100 billion, and I don't think you'll see that by the end of the cycle. I think $12 is crazy enough. My expectations would revolve somewhere in the middle here, around $6 if I had to guess. But we're at about 3 cents now. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but a lot of people are investing in Dogecoin this cycle, or coins that have the potential that Dogecoin has, which Doge is at. Let's see, we're looking at this here. I know this sounds weird, but just stay with me here, okay? It's a train of thought you got to follow. 17 cents right now. My expectations for Dogecoin are that by the end of the cycle, Dogecoin reaches prices around, if not even just above $4, right around there. You're at 17 cents now. Pixels is at 3.3 cents now, and it has a chance to go to $12. In my opinion, it has a likelihood of at least seeing $3.10, where Dogecoin at most would see $4. At most, this thing would see $12. At least it'd see $3.10, and likely it sees $6. And you're at a dramatically lower price at 3 cents. So if Dogecoin is appealing, or coins of that nature are appealing to you, this one that actually has some added fundamentals to it, and potentially, an up-and-coming narrative with the gaming sect and crypto coming up, this could really get crazy and out of hand pretty fast. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I think Pixels is at a great price to buy. I think that there's some interesting things going on, and clearly there was some interest here that came in and broke us out of this downtrend. I think it's just a matter of time before we start moving higher. 3.3 cents now from a low to a high. Don't be surprised if we go lower. We could go lower first. Perhaps what we do is we move down to about 3.1 cents, or even as low as 2.5 cents, but soon enough we'll be turning around. I think what this is some like relative version of a bull flag. You've got your flagpole here, your flag out right there, and then whenever it comes to going higher, you're gonna move up in a very dramatic fashion, a very fantastic fashion. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say, so I'm just gonna end it there. Oh yeah, the 4 hour. Here's the thing too, and actually this is the reason I made this video today. Is I think I just did that last part on the fly, and it makes a lot of sense. If you're looking at this from a low to a high, it would make a lot of sense what you're doing now, that you would at least go to 3.1 cents or lower. But the 4 hour RSI does have some like triple bullish divergence right now. It actually looks pretty damn good. I don't think that it's going to move up, but it could move up right now. Really, I guess what this is, when I'm looking at it, if I'm being honest, that is higher highs with lower highs. I guess that's hidden bearish divergence more than hidden bullish divergence. But essentially, what I'm trying to say at this last part here is, I think that we're at a kind of crunch time to buy this thing. I think it's going to offer an opportunity over the coming day. And if you don't seize that, or over the coming days, if you don't seize that opportunity, it's going to leave you in the dust fast. And it wouldn't surprise me if we stopped at 3.1 cents or somewhere between there and 2.5 cents. But that's all I got. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.